Oh, I remember. I remember thinking I found the error, but I don't remember what that was. Here, I wrote it down, thankfully. Oh my god. Oh god. So, we have to do something in here. So we have a mod vector. Room.vertices. I feel like we should just... What is a vertex? It's a vector 3 int. So... goes through these. Man, how does this work? Oh, it's down here. I see, I see, I see. Controller vertex mod list. Let's try to fix it here instead. So I'm thinking for now, this is probably super simple. We can just delete the rooms. That should fix it. Right, let's see. Just gotta build another room. Again. Let's see, it says, right? If we go here, Current building. 0. One. Okay, so it needs to be 3 then. It starts at 0. Building number 3, room number 0, I guess. That, and then we try room checker. Number of buildings 7. Okay, that's not right. However, that is a huge step forward. Holy shit. But it's gonna break when we go in here, I think. Let's see. No, actually, I think I know what might have happened. See, now this is building 4. It's that the buildings, they aren't actually checking if it's like the same building again. So we need to remove that so that... See? Like, it's working better than that one. I still don't know what broke this. I'm a little bit scared of that. This doesn't transition when it should. It should probably just become this right away once you're inside here. Oh, well, that's progress. I almost already feel too tired to do more, but let's absolutely do more. See, then... After that, you do that, and then you do a room combiner. That's where the buildings are made, right? Yeah. So let's just clear the buildings too. Oh, this feels so good. I wonder what happens if I don't set a building number. Let's just not set anything. Current building 0, it says. Current building 1. Current building 2. And then this one. It depends on what this one says. We have to go in through the roof. Kind of funny. Current building 3. Okay, so you don't actually have to manually set that. Oh, I'm... So what if... What if... None. Raise that. And then here. How does it work? Need to have a floor that's kind of like this, right? Or and then it goes here like that. And then on top of that, do that. Oh shit, the second floor works too. Oh. 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 So good. I'm just gonna go to bed now. Oh. So good. Alright. Bathroom. Ooh. What should I do now? Maybe put a shirt on. It's kind of cold. There, we've got a shirt. Morning, Charles. That show looked very, very weird. But there is an actual problem here, and that's the roof. But it seems to work. Like it's getting hidden, and only this roof. I didn't set it to a number. Should create a selection. Should we finally create some tools? Not the only one doing art for this game, huh? I'm the only one doing pixel art for this game, but we have other artists that do concept art. And also do art for other projects, because Kibbs has like 3 things going. Four things. He's doing the YouTube channel, the gaming channel, and then he's doing like lore videos for the game, which also art goes into. And for the gaming channel, he also uses art. And tabletop game. He's got Carlos doing designs for that. And video game, where I work. Carlos makes designs for that. Sala makes yeah, Sala's been making all kinds of stuff. He's been making designs, and now he's working on portraits and stuff. We've got Indio Weeb. Indio Weeaboo. It's also making character designs. And we've got Show. She's doing She's mostly doing things for the channel, I think. Yeah, there are a bunch of artists. But for the game, it's mainly me doing the game art. I just haven't had the opportunity for like a year or more. Because I've been working on this and being super, super sick. Gibbs was playing Kingdom Hearts. But I don't know what something you noticed. I wish I had a fever. I'm actually very positive towards this Carnivore thing. Because I'm already feeling a little bit better, but no, it's still not good at all. If you're using the Microsoft documentation, it's terrible. You get how debilitating it must be. Yeah. It's really bad. Like the last few weeks, I haven't been able to work like two hours a day, maybe. It's the most I've managed. And it's all just because I'm like super inflamed. And my brain's just dead because of it. And it still is. But I'm expecting like 2 to 3 months before I get really well from this, if it works at all. So, like I'm on the 2nd week now, so. All right, let's make some buttons, I guess. But like I watched videos with, like I unironically watched videos with what's her name? Michaela Peterson. I'm not taking anything. I'm eating liver. I don't want to take anything because the liver is already working overtime trying to convert itself into a carnivore diet. So I don't want to take anything that makes its job more difficult. But yeah, I've unironically been watching Michaela Peterson videos, Jordan Peterson's daughter. And I recognize a lot of the things that she had. Like, she literally had hip replacement when she was like 19. From inflammation and shit. And apparently going carnivore solved all of her problems. I was looking for something. This. I mean, yeah, but I also think not really. Like, people memed on Jordan Peterson. Yeah, Jordan Peterson. As well, when he started talking about the carnivore diet, but I think they're right. And if they are right, I'm going to become the most obnoxious dude, because I'm just gonna tell everyone to do it all the time. Alright, so this is what we have to work with. Now we need to make a button. Or my other buttons. Are. Something like that. What am I listening to? Like that. Color all these pencils. Something like that. Do we give it bounce light pencil? Just for the heck of it. Like that. Morning, Kev. Yeah, and it's just a pencil for the editor too, so it's like I don't know why I'm going this far. But it's happening. This is what it ends up looking like. Unless I double it. This looks a bit plain though. I'm not really sure. I can add something more so it's nice. Something like that. And then we can maybe also something like this. That. Add it like that. That's a pencil. Then I guess next we need a selection tool. And we're just gonna do a line like that. I think. But let's make it white maybe. Oh, Robert. I still don't understand if you're like using your mobile internet or WhatsApp. You always complain about lag, but it's like it's not laggy on Twitch for the most part. That's because YouTube has a buffer system, so that when you lag behind, or when it lags, you fall behind, but it still works when you have shitty internet. So most likely still your internet. I don't want to do something like the ace flat one. Have more solid corners. Question is if I should double it. It's fine. Yeah, I know. Can we be silly and do shaded outlining here? I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. Nah, let's just leave it black. While we're at it, let's make the files as vectors. No, pixel art is always vector art. In the sense that it scales forever. But it only scales using integer. So if I have this pencil here, for example, this is how big it is. 100%. This is the smallest. And now if I zoom in, now it's twice as big, 3 times as big, 4 times as big, 5 times as big, 6 times as big, 7 times as big. That's just how it works, because it's just pixels. All you're doing is you're uniformly increasing the size of all the pixels. It doesn't lose any quality, it just becomes bigger. Because it's just, that's just how it works. Just part of the art style. Now, if you take a low resolution texture that isn't pixel art, because it's trying to be like ground, you just can't scale that up because it's just low resolution art. It's trying to be as high resolution as it can, so if you just scale that, then it just looks like shit. Like, it's just how it works. Mordenstein. Alright, let's make... Let's give them 1 pixel of space. That, I think. Then we use this color. Oh, it's gone. You know the guy who's bitching about Andrew Tate? No. I don't care about that. No symbol? That would make no sense. Like that. Like that either. Where would the outline go? This isn't right. I do want to do this. I feel like it works there, but here this right color is too much. And just add another. The top edge. I mean this one? Or this one? There are two tops. The white frame, but not on the pencil. Because I haven't erased it. No, now it feels strange. The long part that's in the middle. Oh, okay, I get what you mean. I don't like having these multiple fades here. They're kind of tricky though. Let's see. Wait. This is what you have to do when you have viewers. You don't want to zoom out 24/7. Yeah. Now it looks like jelly. That's because we should actually be doing that. Less. Woo! We can try going back to this. I don't like it. Chapstick candies? The fuck is a chapsticky candy? Um, how about we just fucking leave it? And then we move on with our lives. I know it's not centered, idiot. Oh no! I removed the thing! It's actually drawing in the wrong place. Also, let's fix the bounce light here. There, now we got a nice... this one is a bit too heavy. I'm sure. Regularly even more so. Whatever. Color is being reflected with some pink lighting. Now I typically just add blue to the bounce light, especially when there's no environment. I just take the darkest color and then I go to the RGB slider instead of using HSL like I normally do. And then I just add shitloads of blue and a little bit of green. The green whitens it a little bit. I wonder if the eraser is too small. Who cares? What color channel? It's not a color channel. It's a mixing method. They all use RGB, but HSL and HSV, they pick an RGB value, but they use certain formulas. You see here, on RGB, you go from red, or from black to red, green, or black to green, black to blue. In HSV, which stands for hue saturation value, value goes from black to white, and saturation goes from white to color. Or rather, value goes from black to full, just full value. And then the saturation controls the whether it's white or not. And then hue is just hue. While in HSL, instead of value, you have lightness. And here the lightness has black and white on each edge, and in the middle is the color. So the higher the lightness is, the brighter the color becomes, or it becomes more desaturated actually. The higher up it goes, and then here the saturation controls it from full saturation down to gray. But all of them just pick an RGB value. They just use different methods to arrive at the RGB value. And the way it matters is because you kind of learn different methods to pick colors by using the sliders. Like if I'm gonna make a color ramp, if we just assume that we start... No, let's start like here. Then for brighter, I go up, and I also increase the saturation, and then I also, depending on where we are, I slide in a certain direction on the hue. Then I gradually slide less when we reach the highest color value. And then when you go darker, you go a little bit faster, desaturated, go in the opposite direction. Even faster. But if I did this in HSV, I would have to do it differently. Anyway, like I said, we've got our buttons. Let's bring them all over to a new file. And now again, I don't really like doing this, but this is what we're gonna do. Makes everything a lot easier. Let's deselect all the black. That. And like that. But here we also need a fourth. Let's do this. There. That means that it's currently selected, right? Alright, let me do that. So don't open up a weird folder. Never know, never know. Buttons. Let's make another folder, call it toolbox. Then we'll make that. This is. It was the pencil, right? Where selection. Eraser. Oh. Export that as. Oh, PNG, yeah. No, it's not gonna become saturated. Things are just gonna become more and more and more web oriented. Literally everything. And good web developers are already hard to find. It's in high demand. Most are most are trash. That's the thing. Like I said, all you have to do is get good. There are. But there are even more people who want websites all the time. Where are my sprites? Level editor there. Buttons. Yeah, whatever. Toolbox. Oh, we're in play mode. That explains a lot. Four columns. Okay. So now, let's see. Where do we have the buttons? Button container. Basically, we duplicate this, throw it to the editor tools. Then editor prefab button container. Editor toolbox button container. Very cool script name. What is public X variable? What? It's just a variable named X. It can be anything. What do you mean? There's no context here. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yeah. The public game object pencil. It's literally just one variable that is a game object, and it's called pencil. Public means that other scripts can access it. If it's private, or by default it's private, so if you just have nothing, it's private. That means only this script can access it. Or you can type protected as well. If it's protected, then only scripts that derive from this script. Like here I have a controller, and it's got a lot of shit in it. And then my level editor is derived of the controller. And when it's like that, the level editor can access protected variables, but other scripts cannot access those. And the reason I do this public game object pencil is so that when I go into the editor here, it will show in the inspector. These are the game objects: pencil, eraser, square, select. And then all I do is I drag the object into here. And then you have a direct access to it. Then if I did like debug.log pencil.name, for example, then it would show pencil, which is this button, and it would show this label up here in the print. This one is going to be called pencil button. Doesn't matter if it's public for the most part. I mean, if you don't need it to be public, there's no reason to make it public. The thing that can happen if it's public is that you might somehow accidentally access it, I guess. But it's just so difficult to accidentally access something that you're not supposed to. Like, you have to do so much dog shit to even get there. I don't see any, like, there's no point. Like, I just make everything public all the time. Doesn't matter. There, and now we go into the button animator and we add public sprite button selected. In Unity as well, there is one more reason to make things private if you can. And that's here. This is my level editor script. And you can see all the variables and everything in the inspector. So if you make it private, you can't see it, and it's hidden. That way you can make the script itself a little bit more intelligible here. But I don't really care. At least not now. So just kind of leave it like that. Because a lot of the things are handy to see sometimes. Making it more opaque by hovering toward the button? No. I could have another sprite for hover, but fuck it. Too much work for no reason. If button active. Alright, yeah. We need a public bool selected. And then here we do if selected not true, and either of these are true. Then we do that. Else, if selected maybe I should just do this. If selected and same thing here. No, let's do this instead. If that is true, then inside that we do friend.sprite equals button selected. Bool is a variable that only has two outcomes, right? Yeah. And here it doesn't really matter if it's an else if or an if here. The only reason I put else if there is that it just skips checking. If this is true, or this is what happened, like selected is false, then it enters here. And then because this is an else if, it won't even check the if at all. It'll just skip it and then just keep going. Now, this gets a little bit difficult, though. But I guess... I guess I can iterate through all the buttons. The selected should be set to false by default. I think. Yep. No. That's not what the button does. No, it should be minus. It's fine, whatever. We do need to go back here, though. I already had lunch. It was bacon and a pork steak. wide is this thing? 57. So you do 1920 minus 57. I assume so as well. I mean, I don't know. Alright, let's see what happens here. Do they work already? No. There is one thing you can do, and I kind of prefer it that way, in a sense. But, alright, dude. Good luck. Steak was terrible though. Also, yeah, I'm gonna take out the bacon. It's frozen. Now, here. How am I doing this? Yeah, don't worry about it. Public toolbox. Public game object toolbox. 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 Let's not do camel case there. Toolbox buttons. That. I don't think the toolbox needs to be accessed. It already is. Toolbox buttons. Check left mouse button. I don't like all this code. It should be a lot easier. But see the no, it's too complicated. So not really. All right, you know what? Let's write it. Let's fix this. What we need is where are the buttons? Prefab editor container. We need two lists. We need public list, game object, I guess, and that should be. Yeah, we can do that. Ah, so annoying. Oh no, that's how you can do it. That might work. All right. Let's go down here into scripts, level editor, button, base, editor button. No, it's not for the button. We want create editor button container. Oh. Editor window container. The or symbol? I don't know. Shift +6 on a European one. So the or? Oh, I don't know. US keyboard layout. There, it's next to the left shift button. Could be. There. It's an alternative keyboard layout. And it's there. I don't know what your keyboard looks like. What the fuck is this? Editor Windows. Oh, that's okay. I understand. Let's call it editor window list. And basically, I don't want to eat that last pork steak. It was so gross. Like it had lost its freshness, so it had a little bit of a off taste. It was still edible, but yeah, I'm gonna toss it. I'm gonna take out a lamb steak or a lamb chop. Lamb chop. Or lamb steak. It sounds like it tastes so good, but it was not good. It was really super mediocre, but I'm gonna try cooking it differently this time. They're super thick, so most of the meat doesn't get salted or anything. I'm gonna try cutting it into thinner slices and frying those in butter instead of just frying it like a steak. But now here comes the tricky part. We have this list of game objects, which are editor window lists. But then what we actually need is editor button container. And no mono behavior. And then this is supposed to be, it's supposed to have using system public list, and this list is a list of an editor button list. Oh, get game on. And that should be buttons. I'll try making thin slices of them. I want cream so bad. Oh, the cravings are pretty bad. All I'm thinking about are like bananas and shit. Chocolate. But I can't go chugging cream, because cream is sugar. And I'm trying to get off sugar entirely, that's the thing. Later, if this works, I am going to introduce more cream, much as I can. But for now, I just gotta... Cream is absolutely sugar. It's 40% fat. The rest is like lactose, which is sugar. It's absolutely yeah, unwhipped whipped cream. So just whipping cream. You've never had cream? What? Never had a birthday cake in his entire life? Or do you mean unwhipped? Like any sauce? No, I want the cream because it's the only thing that's like somewhat of a treat that isn't straight up a fruit or something. So that's why I've been buying cream. Yeah, and now you're just making up American full-fat cream milk. What the fuck is cream milk? I hate Americans. Fruit is not healthy. It's literally the most unhealthy thing you can eat. It's only fructose sugar, and fructose sugar is the worst sugar. Fruit is the thing you should eat the least of. Even if you're not doing an elimination diet, eating fruit is literally just like eating a chocolate cake every single day. Like that's what fruits are. The thing is, everything that is supposed to be good for you isn't. Because nothing that you eat should give you more than what you need. And there aren't any secret like ingredients or whatever that'll make you be like super healthy or anything. Like there's nothing like that. The more sugar you eat, the unhealthier you will become. That's just how it is. I don't think that's true at all. What's not true? Fruit is super unhealthy. Yeah, like every single carb, the only reason they exist is because they became easy to cultivate. It's not because it's good for you. No, you don't need vitamin C. Meat contains all the vitamin C you need. And the only reason you need more vitamin C is because you're eating plants. Because plants require more vitamin C to digest. So that's why you need vitamin C. Also, fat is good. When you buy things, it should be high fat. It shouldn't be low fat. But the thing is, if you eat a lot of fat and you also eat a lot of sugar, you will die. Because what happens is that the cells that transport the cholesterol and the fat through your blood, when they get exposed to sugar, they get damaged. And when they become damaged, the cholesterol oxidizes. And when it oxidizes, it gets stuck in your veins and you die. But otherwise, if it doesn't get into contact with sugar, it's fine. Like I am convinced that a carnivore diet is the way to go for everybody. But it's not entirely pleasant always, because eating meat all the time is super boring. It can be expensive, though it isn't as expensive as it seems, because you're cutting out everything else, so you can up how much you're spending on meat, right? And the problem is that you can't really do a carnivore diet and eat sugars, because then you'll just always feel like dog shit. Because the entire point is to enter a ketogenic state, and keto means that you are using fat as a fuel instead of sugar. And when you are burning sugar and you're reintroducing sugar all the time, you will never get there. Because smoked stuff tastes like dog shit. Smoking is like the worst way to prepare anything. But I do really believe that all plants, all fruits, etc., etc., it's really just there to be like filler when you can't get meat. If you think about just how people developed and lived in the past. Smoking is the biggest meme, it's terrible. Because there's like you don't need any plants to survive. At all. Really. The only thing that you need to supplement when you're on a carnivore diet, maybe, is magnesium. And I don't really know where to get that from. I think it's typically something you would get more from water. You've never seen someone get fat from eating apples? No, but you will die. Have you heard of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease? That is entirely caused by fruits. So, like, there's nothing wrong with eating fruits, but you have to consider that fruits are pure sugar, and you're not meant to have access to it all year. Like, the fruit season is a very, very short period of the year. It's like 1 month or something. And that is when you can eat fruit as like a treat. And the rest of the year you shouldn't have it. More or less. Yeah. 3 apples a day? You don't get... you don't get filled from that at all. You just feel like shit. Like, getting full on fruits is so hard. But yeah, when it comes to food, like, almost everything is a scam. Like, it's all a marketing thing. The entire food pyramid or the food circle, it's just all made up. It has no basis in reality. It's just like a bunch of dudes at the World Health Organization just sat there and were like, yeah, let's make something up. This looks good. And then they just released it everywhere. And that's what everything is based on. So... But I mean, this is all just stuff that I've learned, so until I've practically tried it, I'm not entirely convinced either. Yeah, both creatine and whey comes from milk. They're both milk proteins. Milk is also just sugar. The less fatty the milk, the more sugar it is. And skim milk is the most. Because lactose is sugar. Like, that's the thing. Like, everything is sugar. That's what the whole carnivore thing is. Like, all carbohydrates are sugar. So... yeah, we break it down, and then it becomes sugar. And if you can't, then you get severe diarrheas. Yeah, like, milk isn't actually good for you, it just tastes good. I absolutely fucking love milk. Milk is like the best thing in the entire world. But all it does is make you fat. And diabetic. Pretty much. Ironically as well, when people become diabetic, they start eating more and more and more and more plants because it's healthy. But eating plants is the opposite of reversing insulin resistance. The more plants you eat, the more insulin you get in your blood for longer periods of time, even if they're not like bananas and stuff. So the only way to reduce sugar intake is to not eat plants at all. You have to eat only meat, and if you do that, you can reverse insulin resistance to some degree. But if you start eating like, oh, I'm gonna avoid fats entirely, etc., etc. Yeah, salads are terrible. Like, the thing is, when you are eating a lot of sugar and you're like drinking Coca-Cola 3 times a day, and etc., etc., then it's really important to eat salads. Because if you eat a lot of fat, then you have more fat in your blood, and you have more fat that can come in contact with sugar, which will give you bad cholesterol, and then you get a blocked artery and you die. So that is why, like, all dietary things or all dietary recommendations are based on society's average consumption. So when they suggest like low-fat diets and stuff, it's because everybody is constantly on sugar. Constantly. So like the more plants and stuff you eat as well, like the less fat you can deal with. Especially if you incorporate fruits and stuff. I unironically think that a lot, like probably like 80% of illnesses are because people eat plants. Or at least that's my current running theory. Literally depression, anxiety, all plant or all carbohydrate related. Because they cause inflammation. Milk also causes inflammation because it's sugar. And when you become inflamed in the gut, it travels through your blood into your brain. And it goes straight through the blood-brain barrier, and your brain becomes inflamed. And when your brain becomes inflamed, all your nerves become like hypersensitive. And that's why, in my theory, people become just anxious over nothing. Because all their nerves are just like hypersensitive. So it doesn't matter what happens, it'll just cause them anxiety anyway. And you just feel depressed for no reason. I'm very, very, very sure it's like a huge factor. Kidney stones, etc. also, like all those kind of things. And like when I look at these carnivore diet things, it also shows like so many people in the comments are like I've been on carnivore for like 5 years now. All my rheumatism is completely gone. Like I like my back don't hurt anymore, etc., etc. Because it's just all so related to inflammation. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. Plants are not healthy. But the biggest thing that people don't understand is it's this whole concept of thinking that certain things are healthy because there are things in it that are healthy. Like, oh, there's a lot of C vitamin in this and that. But it doesn't matter. Because if you get more than you need, you're just gonna piss it out and get kidney stones. Like, that's what happens. So if you can get literally everything from meat, then there's no reason to eat anything else. There's no reason to put these sugars into your body and get inflamed and feel like dog shit. In theory. In theory. I will get back to you, but I am feeling a lot better when it comes to sleeping. Like, I have never slept as good as I have these 2 days. Kidney stone thing is kind of a myth. Is it? In what sense? I don't actually really know how you get kidney stones. Yeah, it's not good yet. I still feel like shit, like when I'm up. But yeah, I haven't really looked into it, but I also see some people talking about like average brain sizes going down when people started eating rice and stuff more. The only point is to maintain protein levels during caloric deficit, eating less in general. People just poop the majority of it out. Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, if you're working out a lot and you're not on a carnivore diet, right? You might eat like a steak or something, or like 1 chicken breast a day or something like that. That's not a lot of protein compared to how much you get eating meat twice a day. And only meat. Because you would eat like twice as much meat both meals. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, because you're trying to maintain body weight. Or maintain muscle mass, rather. Yeah. And how much do you need per day as a grown human male? 8 grams of protein per lean body mass. That was like... Oh yeah, there's a calculator. Right there, you son of a bitch. Oh, I'm male. Maintain weight, 2,360 calories. And protein, 260 times 0.3 divided by 4. 177 protein for someone who is lightly active. And what did you say chicken has? Like 18? Yeah. So getting up to 177 grams of protein a day, eating like 2 chicken breasts, like, it's really, really difficult. Now let me check. Ground beef was not. Yeah, and how much protein is in an egg? 13 grams. So what, you're gonna eat 5 eggs and 2 chicken breasts per day? Or per meal? But then you're already a carnivore, dude. You can't eat any fucking vegetables with that. Not gonna fit that in your tummy. Oh boy. Human meat? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a cannibal. The problem is that eating human meat will give you human diseases. You need 2 or more grams per pound of body weight daily. That sounds excessive, but maybe not. Yeah, like the entire problem with cannibalism and also fertilizing with like your own pee and poo. There's a reason we don't do that, and that is because human diseases are 100 times more transferable between humans than like cow diseases are to humans. So that is why that's a bad idea. The apocalypse happens, there's no reason not to be a cannibal. Yeah, except for diseases that you can no longer cure because there are no doctors. Also, you get, what is it called? Prions, right? Misfolded proteins in your brain that will kill you. Per pound of weight in kilograms? I don't know, dude. Here, this is what I just used. Try plugging in heavily, or how active you are there, like very active. But it doesn't hurt to have like a small extra amount of protein. However, if you are on a carnivore diet, I think taking whey protein is probably not a good idea. Because I have been watching videos about something, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like if you have too much protein, then your body like transforms it into glucose or some shit. You always say make things like it's easy. And then you pretend that it's easy. Just make yogurt, bro. With what? Just out of whipping cream? Like, what do you make yogurt out of? With what? How do you make yogurt? just watch a video, it's gonna be like, get some raw milk. And then it's instantly impossible because you can't buy raw milk in Sweden at all. It's illegal. Yeah, it's illegal. Just watch a video. That's gonna be my response now every single time you say something. Yeah, dude, you can't even buy meat from a hunter here. It's illegal. But I think I already mentioned that to you. And I don't think you can buy meat from a farmer either, like a meat farmer. I don't think that's legal either. They all had to go through a processing thing because of safety concerns. Which is not entirely unreasonable, but it's still unreasonable. Yeah. Our government is fucking dog shit, dude. I'm tired. I worked for like 2 hours only. Maybe I'll take a walk and we'll see if we can do more. But if I just sit here, we're not gonna get anything done. You killed a bear because it attacked you? I don't know about this random hypothetical extreme scenario. I cannot tell you what the rules are for that. But a normal hunter that legally hunts legal game cannot legally sell their legally acquired game to somebody else, but they can keep it for personal consumption. So no, I do not know what the rules are for if a bear attacks you and you kill it with your bare hands, if you're allowed to slaughter it on the spot and take all the meat. I don't know. I don't know. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'll be back in a little bit. I was this close to deciding to go to the store to buy cream, but let's not do that. I'll do it this weekend. I'll buy cream this weekend. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Big news. Big news. Oh boy. Oh. I need to cut my hair. Alright, where were we? I was going to make a list of windows. And that list of windows are going to have a list of buttons. So I was making this an editor button container. Like that. And then it has buttons. And then we go to this one. This should inherit editor button container. And then on start, this is going to do buttons equal new list game object, and then buttons dot add new buttons dot add open buttons dot add save as undo redo. Let's also make sure that it is cleared. Buttons dot clear, just to be sure. There. And then that's the context bar. Could not be found. It's right there. I don't fucking get it. What is the problem? It works when it's in script, but it doesn't work here. Oh, can't it just work? And now if I move it back, is it gonna break? Was it editor? Are you serious? Or it's fine now? I just lost all will. Why did you do that? Whatever. Now we need prefab editor button container. And they are using the same script. Alright. I mean that works, that's fine. Soon I'm gonna go watch my cousins eat pizza. The next one is this one, right? Yeah. I think because I'm doing this, the clear is unnecessary. Because it'll always get reset, yeah. Alright, and then... in the level editor, let's actually have the toolbox, public game object toolbox. So we have prefab buttons, prefab editor. I also want prefab. What don't I have? Have a toolbox there. Don't I have... editor container, tile container, prefab editor container, prefab button container. But where are the buttons at up top? Maybe I never added them. But they work, don't they? No, they don't. Okay, I never added them. Then we need public game object. Actually, it shouldn't be a game object. It should be a transform or a rect. Rect transform. Context bar. Same thing with the toolbox, should just be a rect. Context bar. There. Toolbox. Type mismatch. Oh yeah. Tools. There. And then context bar buttons. That. Now what I want to do here is no, this should be game object. No, not that. That. And then editor window list. On start, editor window list equals new list game object editor window list dot add. Toolbox. Prefab. Editor. Context bar. Now. And the reason I want to do this is so that down here, whenever I click a button, it does this. It checks every single thing. The prefab container chords, it checks prefab buttons, it checks prefab buttons open, save, blah 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 blah, all of them like that, and it's super annoying. Oh shit, there is another problem. No, not really. What we do here is, instead of doing all this shit, we just do for I equals 0, and while we are lower than editor window list dot count, we have another for loop. And then we do editor window list I dot buttons we do editor button container temp buttons equals dot get component editor button container, and then we do temp buttons dot buttons dot how, and then we do check AABB, pointing AABB, point input dot mouse position, and the AABB is temp buttons dot buttons Is there really no AABB you can get from Rec Transform?
Do I really have to do the annoying thing?
Let's look up a Rec Transform. Oh shit, my head's on. They're in my face all the time. Ooh. I wish I was programming something easy. Holy. Have another eye here. This needs to be you. But here the buttons. They're all game objects. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Isn't it? No. Get component, rect transform. That's not worth doing either. This is worth it, but this isn't. Because we're gonna need to do it anyway. Oh, yeah. Now this should be a vector 4. New vector 4. Oh yeah, we were gonna look it up. Google rect transform unit. Get world corners. Useless. Oh. Get local corners. Set inset and size. Force update rect transforms. I'm gonna ask. Let's see, code. Let's go with code beginner. Oh, he gave me a non-answer. Oh my, so fucking annoying. Okay, what does that mean? Elaborate. Oh well. The thing is that you have to do this shit and it's super annoying. Rect, transform, temp button, rect. And then you do temp buttons dot view dot get component rect transform and then we take temp buttons rect dot position dot x dot y, and then you need position dot x plus dot size delta dot x dot position dot y plus size delta dot y. This is why I was just hoping there was a simpler way. And now here we need a point in AAB here. If point in AABB input dot mouse position editor window list I dot get. No, we need to do should do this down here too, just to make this easier. Call this temp erect, and this is a temp before. And this should be editor window list I. There. It doesn't really help anyway, but looks nicer. And then, if that is true, then we do this. So what we're doing is we are checking if we are clicking inside a window. And if we are, then we check the buttons in that window to see which one we click. But, so you see, now this is going to be the whole script, more or less. Except that this needs to be if. Do we do then? Then we do temp buttons buttons u get component button animator button active. Right? No, button press. I would be giga surprised if this works. The variable editor window list of level editor doesn't exist anymore. Anymore? Type mismatch. Oh, I see. Toolbox. Context bar. Right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give up. Getting relatively close, but what do I need to do? I need to write this, otherwise my brain's not gonna remember until next time. Something like that. I need to go take a shower now anyway, because I'm going to my cousin's, so it was about time to stop anyway. I don't think I'll stream tonight, but we'll see. No, when I'm gonna go and watch a movie. And I'm not sure I'm entirely back to streaming in the afternoons anyway. But yeah, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.